Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Monday, May 11th, 2015. I am your presenter, Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. As nurses continue to work together to produce a positive change, not only to the island's healthcare sector, but also to the economy, the Nevis Island Administration says it will continue to provide support to the members of this noble profession. Deputy Premier and Minister of Health, the Honorable Mark Brantley, gave the commitment as he made an address to mark the May 11th to 17th observance of Nurses Week. He highlighted the 2015 theme, Nurses, a Force for Change, Care Effective, Cost Effective.
This theme places nurses at the center of health systems development, which ultimately translates to the achievement of better health outcomes. The role of nurses, therefore, is not just limited to that of clinician. It is imperative that he or she is cognizant of the various facets that impact quality healthcare, such as cost effectiveness and resource management, healthcare financing, and the rising cost of healthcare, which might impact access to healthcare.
Brantley said the Ministry of Health is cognizant that by building the capacity of nurses in the area of strategic planning and management, for example, nurses can be more effective in the execution of their duties.
In the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, we have trained our nurses for several years at the Nursing College in St. Kitts. We are pleased to have taken a mammoth leap forward within the last year or so, and now offer baccalaureate level training for nurses at CFBC at extremely affordable rates. The upgrade of the nursing program also brings with it a state-of-the-art nursing skills lab, the very best in the OECS. By offering this level of training locally, we are doing our part to address the global nursing shortage while ensuring access to healthcare for all. A higher ratio of nurses to patients at hospitals has been proven to result in lower mortality rates. We encourage young people, both male and female, to consider nursing as a viable career choice, and we as a government stand willing to assist financially with studies to ensure that a local cadre of nurses is available to the people of Nevis.
He added that a greater number of nurses at health institutions also results in decreased workload and positive patient outcomes.
My government envisions that we will not only see positive health outcomes at our institutional health facilities, but our public health institutions as well. Nurses at the health centers in the country interact with our people at these facilities and a host of others as well, including workplaces, schools, community centers, and households. This extensive reach allows nurses to not only impact health policy, but also policies related to education, labor, and community development, just to name a few.
Nurses Week is commemorated annually around the world on May 12th in honor of the birth of Florence Nightingale, who is often referred to as the mother of nursing. Other activities for Nurses Week include the featuring of nurses in the work environment on this evening's edition of NTV's Health Matters, a candlelight service at 7:30 p.m. on May 12th at the United Pentecostal Church, an educational forum on May 13th at the Alexandra Hospital Conference Room, recognizing stalwarts in nursing on May 14th, open day at health facilities and the Flamboyant Nursing Home on May 15th, and an evening of socialization on May 16th at Riviere House. The Charlestown Secondary School has won the 2015 Junior Achievement Trade Fair for the second consecutive year. The annual trade fair for the Junior Achievement Program took place on Friday, May 8th at Independence Square on St. Kitts. The program, which is in its 11th year, attracted participants from 9 schools in St. Kitts and Nevis, inclusive of the Charlestown and Gingerland Secondary Schools. On the grounds, we spoke to representatives of the Charlestown Secondary School, teacher Kenrick Liverpool, and the student Shania Liebert about their company.
The Junior Achievement Company Program is an innovative company program that teaches the students entrepreneurship and teaches the students all about business. And so The students have been involved at the beginning of the school year in setting up their own business, coming up with a creative product, and now we're here at the climax of the program in order to display and sell our products. Last year, our school won the competition, and we are poised this year to win the competition again.
My experience in the Junior Achievement Company program, it has been a very good one. I've learned a lot in terms of leadership skills and knowing how to maintain my own business and juggling schoolwork at the same time. Today we are in the Independence Square. We'll be spoon vases, recycled spoons and plastic bottles. We also have clocks, also made from recycled spoons, because we've been inspired by JA's theme to go green this year. So we decided to recycle plastic spoons and plastic bottles to create innovative products such as vases, clocks and mirrors.
The Gingerland Secondary School participated as well with their company Earth Solutions. Supervising teacher Sherna Brown and President Tyreka Dorr told us about their company.
We provide creative solutions for and from the earth. The for is helping with any pollution problems. So we collected plastic bottles and made different products from those plastic bottles from the earth, meaning we made products from nature. So we have mahogany candle holders, we have accessories made from products of nature.
The experience for myself, it's wonderful. I get to work along with my colleagues, and we're kind of like family working together. We make vases, windmills, bookmarks, tear clips. We have some magnets for fridges, and that's basically that's all we have. And we take our time to make sure that they are perfect for our customers.
At Friday's opening ceremony, Assistant Secretary Kevin Barrett spoke on behalf of Nevis's Premier and Minister of Education, the Honorable Vance Amory.
Junior Achievement St. Kitts Nevis is a stellar enterprise that has, over several years, provided that training, the exposure, the experience, and the knowledge for our young people, all of which have helped our students to gain the correct attitudes for the world of work. It also provides the financial savvy that is ever so crucial in keeping a business solvent. Indeed, the Junior Achievement Program lets its participants know that there is a very possible alternative to working for someone or for an already existing company. And that alternative is working for oneself or grouping yourselves together in small corporations, as you have simulated today.
Feature remarks came from the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, the Honorable Sean Richards.
I certainly look forward, together with my ministry, to this fair and its aftermath having effects that ripple throughout the community for years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, it therefore gives me great pleasure to formally declare open the Junior Achievement Program Trade Fair 2015, and may it be the very best one ever.
The Junior Achievement Program enjoys support and sponsorship from many of the larger business houses in the Federation, such as CIBC First Caribbean International Bank, St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank Limited, Delisle Walwyn and Company Limited, and the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. The newly formed Pond Hill, Beach Road, Clegot, Chickenstone Committee will shortly embark on a project which is expected to bring some relief to persons who live in the vicinity of the pond in that community. According to President Veronica Brandy, the committee is expected to receive support from the funding agency JEF in order to undertake the project.
We will fence the pond, and it does have a problem when a lot of rainfall and it actually overflows into some of the neighbors' yard, especially Mr. Elliott and Hazel Chiverton. So they have a problem with that. And that's our second project.
Brandy explained what the project will involve.
We're going to use at least like 2 rows of blocks, and then we're going to put in the pipe. We're going to fence it around. This fencing, we're going to use some of the money, and we have to put in our in-kind. That means we have to put our labor into it. Okay? There's a trench that comes right down there, where the water comes off the hill, and it actually runs between the Liebert and Fobel, and it actually is supposed to come down and up into the pond. Then, when it overflows, it goes right to the back. So then that's the problem, where the water goes right to the back. Sometimes some settle in by Mr. Simmons, and the rest goes right down to Hazel, settles in her yard, goes down to Mr. Elliot, settles in his yard, and then there's another young lady by the name of Angie, and she gets some of that also. To prevent the overflow, we are going to actually clean. We're going to clean it out, and then we're going to get some, do it like blocks and build it over, and then the water will actually go down. We're actually going to take that trench right down to Clegot, where it will run into the other trench that is there.
She used the opportunity to express appreciation to the other members of the committee.
I also want to say thanks to my executive, Duncan, myself, David Grant, Kyle, Jackie Mitchell for the hard work that we are putting in, and to the rest of the committee. Thank you.
The committee's first project was a beautification exercise. Coming up after the break, Minister of Tourism congratulates agro-processor on his work in promoting Nevis. Stay tuned.
Fit and Fun, Culturama 41.
Welcome back. Key stakeholders and the general public are invited to attend the 2015 Bank of Nevis Limited Tourism Youth Congress. 6 students will participate in the roundtable discussions hosted by the Ministry of Tourism at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, May 13th at the Occasions Events Center. The students who will vie to become Nevis's next Youth Junior Minister of Tourism are Tarenia Kakar and Kayla Sandiford of the Nevis International Secondary, Vinicia Gums and Sabrina Orr of the Gingerland Secondary School, and Shana Liebert and Kajal Smithen of the Charlestown Secondary School. In preparation for the 2015 Tourism Youth Congress, the Ministry of Tourism held preliminary activities including educational tours of the Four Seasons Resort and the Nevision Heritage Village on Nevis, as well as the Eco Park and Kittition Hill on St. Kitts, to broaden the participants' awareness of the local tourism plant. They also met with the management and the staff at the Bank of Nevis Limited on a courtesy call, as the bank is the premier sponsor of the event for a 4th consecutive year. The Tourism Youth Congress is a Caribbean tourism organization CTO initiative aimed at involving Caribbean youths in discussions on one of 3 issues impacting tourism.
The first topic has to do with volunteerism. As Junior Minister or Commissioner of Tourism in your country, share your ideas on either 1, expanding or enhancing an existing volunteerism program in your country, or 2, developing a new volunteerism project that you would like to create in your country. Make sure that you explain how the country will benefit in any of the following ways. That is economically, socially, culturally, and environmentally from their particular program or project. Topic number 2 is greening tourism events. As Junior Minister of Tourism in your country, share 1 example of an existing tourism event in your country that you will propose to green, and share how you would go about doing this. Topic number 3 is film-induced tourism. As Junior Minister or Commissioner of Tourism in your country, identify 2 outstanding locations or landscapes in your destination that you strongly believe would capture the interest of major international filmmakers and entice them to produce the work in your destination. Give reasons for your choices.
The students will also be required to make a presentation on a mystery topic. The reigning Caribbean Youth Junior Minister of Tourism, Roger Williams, a student of the Gingerland Secondary School, will moderate the discussions. The winner will represent Nevis at the Regional Tourism Youth Congress in Curacao in October of this year during the CTO's State of the Industry Conference. Nevis has won the Caribbean Tourism Youth Congress for the past 2 consecutive years. Division Agro-Processor Llewellyn Clark late last week received a visit from Nevis's Minister of Tourism, Honorable Mark Brantley, to congratulate him on his excellent work in selling Nevis.
Now, Llewellyn has catapulted onto the world stage. I like to call him Nevis's only real celebrity because he, of course, and his Llewellyn's pepper sauce was selected to be the face of the FedEx Federal Express Worldwide ad campaign. And the last time I checked, I believe almost 1 million people had viewed that online. And so I'm here in my capacity as the Minister of Tourism, in large measure because, of course, this has had a huge touristic value for the island. The kind of publicity that we got from that FedEx ad, Llewellyn, I don't think that the island could afford to pay for.
Minister Brantley visited the pepper sauce making operation at the invitation of Clark, who appeared with his entire family.
This is genuinely a family-run operation. We see them have from the smallest of children here, all who assist, all the way up to Mr. Edward Herbert, the patriarch, if you will, of the family.
Clark explained to Minister Brantley the story of how the now infamous FedEx commercial came about, beginning with a phone call he missed while he was on vacation.
Somebody from Epic Films who were interested in making a documentary of making pepper sauce, and here I make great pepper sauce. So when I responded to the message, they were actually on Nevis at the time, staying at the Four Seasons. So they came here to the Zetlands and had an interview with me and told me that they were making a documentary and tell me about myself and the family. So they interviewed me. I told them about how the family, how we got to Nevis and how I started making pepper sauce. And then they said, well, you're going to shortlist, because they actually went to St. Vincent, Antigua, St. Lucia, and looking at other people who actually do make pepper sauces already. And they went back, and then they decided to choose me.
Llewellyn Clark, who operates the cottage industry in his spare time, said the pepper sauce has been very well received and demand keeps increasing from all over the world. That's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Thank you for viewing. Good night.